Hi. Don't mind this, I've just kind of been sucked in the void. I don't know what happened. All I remembered was taking around like 6 or 7 tabs of acid and it all just started going downhill. I really don't know. Today I'm going to be reviewing Assassin's Creed 2 in the meantime while I'm in here. Assassin's Creed 2 is what a lot of people consider to be a very, very good game, and it has a lot of nostalgia focused around it, it seems. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret, and I want you just to keep it between you and I, alright? You can't tell anyone this. I never played Assassin's Creed 2 as a kid, so I'm going off of what other people said, so we're going to see if it still holds up to what everybody said it was like. So first, the most important part of Assassin's Creed, the character drip. So I'm going to be rating Ezio's outfit on a scale of 1 being a pile of shit, a pile of garbage on the street, to 10, which in my Unity review, I said 1 to 10, and 10 being Ezio's outfit. Of 1 to 10, 10 being Ezio, 1 being a pile of garbage on the street. So I think you can already tell where, where I stand on this. But I'm going to give you a hot take. You ready for this? I think Ezio's Assassin's Creed 2 outfit is better than his Brotherhood outfit. That's right, I said it. Now on to the least important part of Assassin's Creed games, stealth. The stealth in Assassin's Creed 2 is very, very, very satisfying because you have such a huge arsenal of weapons to use as Ezio. It's fantastic. It's great. You have smoke bombs, you have the hidden gun, you have poison blades, you have throwing knives, you got all these great things that you can use to your disposal, and it's just mwah. It's beautiful. And now tying into the stealth, I want to talk about crowd blending. This game introduced crowd blending because the original Assassin's Creed, you just could blend in with nuns, I believe, because of the hood. The Templars were kind of like, oh, you know, maybe we should, you know, these guys walking around wearing white and red all the time and only that, you know, maybe we should just focus on those people, huh? So that's why the Assassins invented blending in, even though you're wearing an extremely extravagant posh outfit. And I just gotta say, it's very, very, very satisfying. You can hire courtesans to blend in with, or you can just blend in the crowd. It's very nice. And you can use the you can hire the courtesans to distract the guards, and you can also hire thieves to just distract the guards by fucking killing them too. And then while you just scoot by and do whatever you need to do, collecting a codex page or getting to your target, whatever one. And now I want to talk about the parkour, because parkour is so fundamental to this game. I've always thought this. I think 90% of the fan base thinks that is so fundamental. Parkour is really, really, really what defines Assassin's Creed, besides like the cool outfits and the hidden blades and stealth, that sort of thing. So parkour, it's an older game. I will say that it's an older game, but I still think it stands up pretty decently. I saw a lot of people saying like, oh, the Assassin's Creed 2 stealth is stinky doo-doo idiots. You'd have better luck throwing a baby off of a cliff and it surviving than successfully climbing up a wall. You know, it's a little strange sometimes. It does have oh my goodness, if I could speak English. It does have its quirks though, but it has this beautiful thing that was introduced in this game called ledge grab. You can just press a button and then boom, you grab the ledge. Congratulations, you didn't die of fall damage. No, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did fall off of a building or just jumped right to my death like 5 or 6 times in this playthrough, especially in Venice. That was something. But overall, I really liked it. Obviously still not as refined as newer games, that's just the way it goes. But I will always think Unity parkour is some of the best parkour I've ever seen. Some people always say, oh, you know, it's just style, no substance. And to them I say, I'm gonna invite you over to my house. And I'm gonna make hot dogs for us. I wanna boil hot dogs. And then I'm gonna use the water and I'm gonna freeze it into ice cubes. And I'm gonna give you a hot dog water ice cube. That's what I'm gonna do. And it's gonna be fucking disgusting and you're gonna hate it. You piece of shit. I'm obviously joking. If you don't like it, that's fine. You could have a different opinion, okay? I know this is the internet, and disagreeing with someone means you have to hate them all the time. You can't just disagree with someone and still like their shit. Sorry, I don't want to rant. And now I want to talk about something that is very, 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 very good in this game. The soundtrack. Holy mother of fuck. Like, listen, okay?
It is a good life we lead, brother. The best. May it never change.
And may it never change us.
Oh wow! Oh, I think I just came a little bit there. Got a little. I think Assassin's Creed 2 has very iconic music. You can very easily pinpoint the mood of the. You can use the mood of the music and the style of the music and say, oh yeah, that's Assassin's Creed 2. And the world of Assassin's Creed 2 is fantastic. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It kind of has this filter over it. It looks like it's been color graded to be more like rose gold. But it really works. Like, it looks like a Renaissance painting, which is I think it's what it's going for. I don't think it takes a genius to put two and two together there, but it looks very nice. It's so stylized, but not too stylized to make you like come out of it and go, oh okay, that's just terrible. It's still realistic enough to be just great. It's just a pleasure to look at. I mean, if the graphics were a little better, but they're not like awful. I've seen worse from games of the same time. And now I'm going to talk about the story. When it comes to reviewing stories, a lot of people will say things like, oh, the pacing's off. Oh, this little nuance in the story isn't my cup of tea. I didn't care for this character's dialogue. I think this scene should have been written differently. I don't really care. Okay, hear me out. Okay, hear me out on this. I care about the game, obviously. If I'm given a shit quality game, I'm not gonna like it. But I think I put, personally, fun over everything else. If the game is fun, you've done something right. Story comes after fun. If the game is fun and the story is great, congratulations, you have a fucking fantastic game. Now you just need to worry about graphics and world building, which kind of ties into story, but still, because if you have a game that isn't fun, no one's gonna want to play it. It might have the best story ever, but if it's not fun, no one is gonna like it. It's just a waste of our time. Assassin's Creed 2 hits the mark on all of these things. It's great all around. I've heard little whispers, little rumors in the void here that Assassin's Creed 2, the prologue before Ezio becomes an assassin, is a little slow. And I would agree. However, I think it's just fast enough not to drag too much, and that it gives us enough, makes us like Ezio when it's no spoilers here, but makes us care about Ezio when a certain bad thing happens to him. I guess you could say the family had a Google Hangout meeting, and after those events occurs, he becomes the assassin, and it builds up, slowly dismantling the Templars, and it's very satisfying. Even the assassinations are very satisfying. I know in some of the older games it was just kind of run in there and kill them, bada boom, there you go, but you can still get creative with it, and this is no exception. I really enjoyed them. Nowhere near Unity's assassinations. I still think those are the best in the series, but I absolutely love it. I thought it was great. I mean, of course there's going to be some sort of problems like tying in the stealth, a guard might see you, or you might get stuck on a ledge and you can't drop, and then they're like, hey, there's a guy up there, by the way, just thought we let you know. And then now the guy's alerted and you failed the mission. But there is one problem that I have, not with the story. This is just something completely random, I'm gonna say. Advanced wall jump. So there's these collectibles you can find. It's you go through assassin tombs and you get this collectible and a bunch of money, and once you collect enough of them, there's like six or eight, something like that. Bring them into the basement of Ezio's home base, his base of operations, where he inserts the collectible into this tomb of statues of other assassins, which opens up this wall that has the armor of Altair, where you can take the armor. But in one of the dungeons in Venice, the assassin tombs, I think it was Venice, you get introduced to the advanced wall jump. I don't like having integral parts of the game. I guess it's not integral, you can get by without it, but I don't like having something withheld from me and then given to me later with a time limit, because there's a time limit in the dungeon that you have to do, because you pull a lever and you have to do a course and pull a bunch of levers on the course in a certain time limit before the original lever resets. And you're given this new move that you've never used before that you have to master in that time limit. It just seems a little unfair. Now there's another move that you're brought into in the story that you're shown. It's the jump up and grab, because normally you can just run out a wall in Assassin's Creed and climb it, but sometimes you can't reach enough to get the next part. You're given a move where you can just jump up and grab it. I think that was well introduced in the story. I didn't mind that, because it wasn't too late, it wasn't too early, and it shows Ezio's progression more, willing to learn more things and new things, not being arrogant like Altair was, because that was Altair's entire arc, and I think that works well with the story. But when you're just given a new move like, hey, learn this, little kid, here you go, just learn this, it'll be great, man, is a little annoying. Okay, combat, real quick rundown. It's something that isn't too hard, but isn't easy. It's kind of like one of those things where it's easy to learn, hard to master, because it's kind of easy because you can just grab people and slit their throat if you get their health like down below half. But it's still neat. It's something that still requires your attention. You can't just counter kill and then chain kill everyone around you like in other Assassin's Creed games. I think it's a good system is what I'm trying to say. It's alright. It still needs to be refined a bit, of course, but it's an old game. What do you expect? But sorry, I just wanted to blast through that there. And there's a lot of weapons you can use: warhammers, swords, the hidden blades. You can just punch people to death if you wanted. It's great. It's fun. I like it. So I think overall, let's get into the categories here. So we're gonna tie in gameplay, which is gonna be stealth, combat, and assassinations. I'm gonna give that overall like a 9. Like, I think it's really good. Maybe an 8. I'm gonna say 8.5. Now, something I didn't do in the Unity one was the soundtrack, because I didn't really care a lot, but I thought I'd add it to this video here. Soundtrack is like a fucking 10. I fucking love the soundtrack. It's so good. Next is the story. Story, I'd say like a 9 in total. Parkour, I'm gonna have as its own separate category, because I think it's such an integral part to Assassin's Creed that you kind of need it like that. I'm gonna say parkour. I mean, it's an older game. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I kind of gotta call it how it is. I gotta say like maybe like a 7.5. I'd say. Just keep in mind it's an older game, so it still holds up reasonably well. It's not like it's bad by any means. I think it's still quite good. So in total, I'm gonna give Assassin's Creed 2. I'm gonna give it like a 9. I thought it was very good. I really liked Assassin's Creed 2. It was very fun all around. The story was good. It was great characters. I don't know. I'm not a professional reviewer, okay? I'm stuck in the goddamn void. What do you expect from me? Just what matters to me the most is the game fun? That is the most important thing. And Assassin's Creed 2 is very fun. Everything else follows after that. So anyways, that's about it. I really appreciate you guys watching this very kind of lo-fi video, I guess would be the term. But like and subscribe, maybe watch some of my other content. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and take care.